Hello. If I sound like I'm half asleep, it's because I just got my vaccines. And if I sniffle, it's because I spent the whole day digging through books, kind of pulling out old ones that nobody's using. And they were dusty. So, a little bit of sniffles, a little bit of a sleepiness. If you knew me at all, you'd know that me being sleepy is just not a thing. I am constantly hyper and going. I have some ink to swatch from the London Fountain Pen Meetup group. And that way I can finish that video. I think this one is a shimmer. Or that was how I remembered it, but maybe it isn't. Wow, it's purple though. I'm not kidding about that. I put it in a thing so I don't knock it over. Move this out of the way. Through a pile of water, apparently. I have to remember not to put my head in the frame. I've been doing this a lot lately, which is requiring more editing. And as we all know, I'm kind of lazy with editing. Well, as we all know, I end up using the cheap Microsoft Clipchamp because my son hogs the Wondershare Filmora, and my husband uses Adobe Premiere, which I actually kind of hate. It's not the most user-friendly. And I used to do compositing for a living. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Premiere, so he can use that one all he wants. So yeah, I'm just using Microsoft Clipchamp, which comes with my Windows 11 and my Microsoft 365 subscription, I guess. So yeah, that comes for free with that, and it's actually pretty easy. Allows you to do, I first used it because I was doing screen recording for my job to kind of do like a little how to use the library software. And I was like, this isn't that bad. So yes, this is Diamine Lilac Satin. And I don't see any shimmer, so maybe there isn't any. Oh, wait, I see some. Wow. Did you guys see this water? Eee. Where's my towel? All right. Where's my glass pen? Here it is. Put that there. I'm really actually quite terrible at cursive. Or joined up, as I think they call it in the UK. Joined up handwriting. All right, so that's Diamine Lilac Satin. Put that aside. Oh, I forgot to do the cap things. I'll have to do the cap things later because I'm not going to go get them now. Of course, the other Diamine's way at the other end. This one is definitely a shimmer. I remember this one. Let's see if I can put it back in the bag in the order that I'm swatching. The shimmer in this is kind of incorporating quite easily. Like usually you have to fight it a bit. can't find my usual hole punch, so I got this kind of one with flowery edges, and it's easier to peel the thing off. So this is Diamond Frosted Orchid. And every time I go to these fountain pen meetups, I go and I'm like, I'm not going to get any samples. I do not need any more samples. I have too many samples. And then somebody whips something out that's really cool. And I end up taking a sample. And you'd think, okay, if I'm not going to take any samples, why do I bring the sample thing with me? So I'm lying to myself the whole time. Before I even leave, I'm lying to myself. But this was a good meetup. We had just about 5 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think about 5 of us. So it was a pretty small one. People were away on holiday, and also the Pelican Hub was just the week before, so it might have just been too much fountain pen. Considering, so this was last weekend, and then this weekend is the London Pen Show. So yeah, I can understand if it was just too much fountain pen. Even I'm starting to feel it a little bit, but I'm really excited that Cyan is coming, and we're going to hang out and meet in real life. Exchange back our pins. So that will be fun. And then I'm, once again, not planning on getting any pins. I'm actually going to try and sell pins, because I guess the Writing Equipment Society, of which I am a member because I had to be to do that class that I'm not doing. But also, you know, it's just a nice thing to support. They're having a table where you can sell some of your things. I'm going to sell some of my things, because for some reason I think that's going to be a lot easier for me to do than actually put something online. Because considering I've been on the internet since it kind of started, for some reason I can't seem to bring myself to try and sell things online. Diamond Frosted Orchid. Look how pretty this color is. I like it. What's it reminding me of? Grape, maybe? Diamond grape? And next we're doing Pilot Urashizuku Setsuji, which I don't have to shake, but I'm going to do it anyways, apparently. Wow. Look at this color. Hopefully the gray day outside isn't affecting this too much. Wow. This kind of reminds me a little bit of deep magenta. But again, I could be wrong because, you know, seeing things. Seeing things and not seeing things. So, yeah, what else do I have to babble about? So I got my flu jab in the other, and usually I'm not that affected by them. Maybe I'll bleep that C word because I think that gets like kind of picked up. But I got the last one I got, which was the one that starts with a PF. I got my lymph nodes in my armpits swelled up huge, so I couldn't really put my arms down very well. But that was an uncommon side effect, and they think possibly having to do with the fact that that wasn't the brand that I'd had before. That was actually my third brand. But yeah, so I got that done, and usually it doesn't affect me that much, but for some reason I laid down for a minute to just watch a video, and I woke up later. I don't fall asleep. I don't take naps. like to get me to go to sleep at night is like this big chore. I have to listen to this. I listened to this YouTube video of deep space, which is the only thing in my whole life that has ever worked to kind of put me out. Like whale sounds and all that stuff just makes me agitated. So rain on the roof, nope, none of those sleep calming sounds work except for this one. And it's actually working on my son too, so maybe I'll link to it in the description if you have sleep problems. Works better with headphones than without. So if you have a way of sleeping with headphones, that will work. Wow, I've totally gone off topic. Anyways, this is Pilot Rashizuku Tsutsuji, and it's a really pretty pink. It's not going to be one that's going to work in my journal, but I am thinking I will, because there's a lot of colors that are pretty that I like that are being kind of disregarded by me because I can't use them in my journal because they just take over the page, and I need to figure out, so maybe dedicate a pen to letter writing, you know, and I could use all my other journal pens to letter write, but at least one of them is a letter writing color I wouldn't use for anything else. That's my idea. Because I don't want to not use this color. TSU, TSUJI. So, what other random topic can I waffle on about? Let's see. I can't think of anything right now. Let me pick up the next one. Which is, where about the, there's Pilot Rashizuku Fuyushogun. Which is just reminding me of that. Do you remember there was like a mini series, Shogun, spelled differently, but had like Richard Chamberlain or something? I did not watch it. I don't watch things. I don't sit still long enough to watch things, but I remember, I think, my parents watching it and wondering why Richard Chamberlain was a shogun. Never did ask, though. I suppose I could Google that. It's kind of like that Last Samurai movie with Tom Cruise that I also didn't watch because I was like, why is there a white guy being in it? Anyways. I mean, I didn't care enough to watch it. Because I get a little bit irritated at Tom Cruise movies because he's always the best everything. I really liked him in that one, like, was it not The Day After Tomorrow, the one where he just keeps repeating the day, kind of like a Groundhog Day, fighting aliens kind of thing. That one was good. I really liked that. And Emily Blunt was pretty awesome in it. So that would be my favorite Tom Cruise movie. I don't think I've ever seen Top Gun. I grew up right next to Miramar, where all the Top Gun guys were, and they were a bunch of jerks. So I had no desire to watch that film. And so I haven't seen the next one either. But, you know, people seem to like them. Wow, I really am being random today. I should go back to sleep. Blah, blah, blah. And what else? This is my favorite time of year. I know that there's some people who are creeped out by Halloween, but I freaking love Halloween. I have this scary bunny mask that I got for like £1 at one of the pound stores. And I wear it every year, and I freaking love it. I love scaring the kids. It's my favorite thing. Because I'm in the UK, there aren't that many kids that come. It's more and more every year, but they like just do not know what to make of the fact that I'm scaring them, and their parents don't know what to make of it either. But I think they're all used to me now because they're all just, in the neighborhood, and I do the same thing every year. So I give out good candy. It's worth it. No, don't close that. Grab the glass nib. I like this. It's like a bluey gray. Pilot. Irashizuku. Shogun. Okay, what else can I babble about? We've got two more inks. I think like 5 or 6 inks is going to be my limit of swatch parties. Where did I put that one back in? Don't put that one back in. All right, so we've got Rohr and Klingner Isatis Tinctoria. Wow, the sky looks weird out there. And this really terrible bottle was, me just tracing a sticker I had, so it's not great. But I don't really have any other Rohr and Klingner samples, and people don't tend to bring them as samples, so I kind of thought just make something that's going to be a one-off. This is a kind of special edition Rohr and Klingner ink, if I remember correctly. It's pretty. I actually really like this color. I don't tend to go for kind of blueies, but this is a nice one. I might use this. Maybe I will Google what this means. I feel like it's a flower tincture or something. I'm just guessing. Hopefully I'll remember to Google. Put it in text. One more. And then I'll wait for everything to dry, and then I'll probably hold them up tomorrow because you could probably see all the shadows. It's the sky's getting weird on me. It's like bright and yet the sky looks dark. That kind of thing. That's what's going on. All right, so this is Diatramentis Aubergine, which is my friend Baron's favorite ink. It bleeds through like term, just in case you were wondering about that. So he hasn't been able to use it for a while. That is pretty. I can see the appeal. Diatramentis is a very, very kind of wet ink brand, I've noticed. Even their document inks, which I don't don't think this is. Maybe I'll try and wet a swatch or something at some point. I was going to use one as my kind of planner, the blue black, and it was just too wet. I'd have to have the driest extra fine nib. Ultra extra fine. To make it work. Ooh, I really like this. Delicious aubergine. Okay, so that's everything kind of swatched, and I'll come back tomorrow and I'll hold things up. What say you? You say nothing because you're a video. Bye. All right, here's the part where I hold things up to the camera and try and keep it in frame. This is Diatramentis aubergine, the closest I found to that. Here's Rohr and Klingner's scabiosa, which is a little bit redder. I think maybe Diamine Grape is also a little bit redder. So I don't really have anything that color. Frosted Orchid, the closest I could find to what I think is the underlying color, because there's a lot of shimmer. Can you see the shimmer? Shimmer throughout. But Burgundy Chocolate Notes was kind of the closest color, but again, I think this might be a teensy bit redder. That's Rubber Duster. That's my one bottle of Rubber Duster. Diamine Lilac Satin. There's also shimmer on here, but it's kind of silvery, so you don't really see it that much. And so here is Rohr and Klingner Cassia. Similar color. And here is Herbon Encre Violette. It's the one that smells like violets. Which I haven't used in a pen. I got a set of the like little tiny bottles of all the scented Herbon inks, and some of them are so thick that I kind of became afraid of the whole dang thing. Pilot Iroshizuku Setsuji. The only kind of color I had that was close in the underlying layer was Pannonia Candy Floss, or Cotton Candy to you Americans. But yeah, nothing with this kind of sheen. Fuyu Shogun, I don't really have anything that close. The closest I got was Document Black Blue, but I don't know. They're just they're not even this. This is like more of a teal, I would say. And Rohr and Klingner Isatis Tinctoria. Diamine Deep Dark Blue was kind of the closest I could get to that, which similar but different. And that is it. I've now held everything up. I don't have anything else kind of swatched on Tomoe River paper yet. I haven't swatched all of my bottles of ink onto the Tomoe River. And I definitely haven't swatched my samples because I kept thinking I was going to do another 30 inks, 30 days. But I think that might have to wait until my eyeball is kind of sorted out, because I'm just having a bad eyeball day. I keep losing things today, and then I can't find them. Had a total meltdown not being able to find my eye patch. All right, that's it. See you later. Bye.